1910. Fox Theater built in 1929.
Civil Courts Building built in 1930.
Kiel Opera House built in 1934. During these 24 years, many historical events happened. In 1918, World War I ended, and in the 1930s, the Great Depression was going on. But on a brighter note, let's get on to the City Museum.
This is the City Museum, but it wasn't called this until 1910. It was called the International Shoe Company. The architect of the City Museum was Bob Casilli. He was a great architect. He died an unfortunate death in 2011, September 26. Now let's get into the architect of the City Museum. You can't see it, but there is a finial, like this one, at the top of one of those cupolas. A finial is a special ornamental on the top of a roof, canopy, or in this case, a cupola. In the City Museum, there's a couple oculuses. This is an oculus. An oculus is a window at the top of a dome. In the parking lot, see those columns? Like that one on the top right? A column is a structure to help support the weight above so the roof doesn't collapse. And finally, there's a beautiful wall that has dentil in it. This is dentil. Dentil is a series of rectangular blocks. Enough about the City Museum and onto the wonderful Fox Theater.
You probably have realized all of the amazing architecture it has to offer. But now, without further ado, let's get on to the Fox Theater. The Fox Theater was built in 1929 by an architect named C. Howard Crane. During the 1920s, men wore pants, a vest, a shirt, and bow tie, while women wore bologna dresses that were loose/straight fit, Mary Jane or T-strap heels, short bobbed hairstyles, and cloche hats. Also, the Great Depression started in 1929, causing the average salary to drop to $3,269.40 per year. On a higher note, let's get into the Fox Theater's architecture. The Fox Theater was built in the style Siamese Byzantine. Although the outside of the theater does have some architectural elements, the real architecture is on the inside. The inside of the Fox Theater has a 5,280-pound chandelier hanging from the middle of the theater in front of the stage. Aside from that, the Fox Theater has arches ringing around the performing area made by beautiful red columns with golden capitals on top. Thank you for letting me share this amazing architecture of the Fox Theater with you.
Have you ever walked the streets of St. Louis and wondered, wow, that building with the pyramid-shaped roof is so amazing? Well, I'm here to tell you all about the Civil Courts Building. From the columns on the very top, from the frieze on the bottom, the Civil Courts Building has a lot to offer. First off, all the columns are beautiful. Each one is obviously a column. It has a capital and fluting. Second off, the frieze is amazing. Very detailed and wonderful molding. And then the emphasis for the roof, it is amazing with its pyramid-shaped structure. At the time, the Great Depression was in effect. Millions of people were without jobs. Also, the Great Hoover Dam was built so we could have the necessary electricity power. At the time, Grant Wood had finished the famous American Gothic painting. Also, Over the Rainbow was a popular song at the time. Men still dressed up nice, and boys wore short shorts and tall socks. Women wore dresses and kept their hair close to their heads. As you can see, the Civil Courts Building is a sight for sore eyes. Today, you also learned how different the 1930s are from today.
My name is Kyle, and I'll be telling you about a building made in 1934 that shows a lot of stories and performances, but also a bunch of architectural elements. and it is called the Kiel Opera House. The Kiel Opera House has many architectural elements, and I'm going to tell you all about them. The yellow arrow shows a frise, which is a decorative piece on the top left of the building. The green arrow shows fluting, which is when there's grooves in columns. The red arrows show a column, which is a structure that supports the weight above, and the blue is a capital, which a capital is at the top of a column and is usually decorative. Finally, the Kiel Opera House is still performing shows for over 86 years. If you have any extra time, make sure to check out the architecture.